Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. Yeah, you hear you hear it right. I'm by the sea. It is after Fajr and before sunrise. I just wanted to share this beautiful feeling with you and encourage everyone, including myself, to not forget the Quran after Fajr, because this is the most incredible time that it penetrates in our hearts, in our minds, in our soul. I have shared with you before that as we memorize the Quran, as we let it sink into our soul, our heart, it becomes, the words in the Quran becomes part of who we are. You see right now the sea is behind me, but you cannot see. But soon you can. As I'm talking, it's going to get lighter. This is the same as a dark heart. Someone who feels they have so much sin, so many mistakes in their lives that they can never come close to Allah. They are not worthy, and they are lost. They cannot help themselves. I just want to tell you that this kind of a talk, it is not from Allah. This is from Satan that tells us that we are not worthy. And no matter how bad our past lives have been, we will not be able to make it. We cannot be strong. We cannot come close to Allah. I think that there is no one in this world, other maybe than the prophets themselves, can say that they were born pure and stayed pure until adulthood, until they died. Such a thing is not, it doesn't exist. So let us not be so difficult on ourselves and start today. As you are listening to me today and listening this beautiful sounds of the waves that are calming, let us start today. To begin with, let us have it be our intention to purify ourselves. To purify ourselves. Whatever our life is, whatever that is not going well in our lives, we know better than anybody can point out to us. Let us change. Let us make intention. Everything starts with a thought, then intention. We have the intention to change. We have the intention to change. What is after intention? After intention is action. We have to take action. How do we take action? Change doesn't come automatically by itself. It starts from our mind, our soul, the desire to change. And then we make the steps. How do we make the steps? Well, number one thing is we can make all the intention we want if our environment, our friends, people who are around us are going exactly opposite of it. And they give us hard time, or they encourage us to do evil, or encourage us to do their ways. This is not going to be helpful for our process. We have to be in a right environment. Then, in addition to that, we have to take steps. If we are not praying, or we're not praying all our prayers, then we have to correct that like immediately. This is something that one of the first questions asked a believer about their prayers. If our prayers are missing or incomplete, or we don't care, we just pray to put our heads up and down, this is not going to help us to get there. This is our there are steps. This is like our first step to correct our prayer. And then we have to really make friends with the Quran. This is the only holy book that has never been changed. It never will be changed. It is divine. It's from Allah. Every word of it, every letter of it is divine. How do we make that come to our heart? How do we make that come to our heart? The only way we could do that is to make intention. To make the intention to get close to it. To get close to it, we have to understand what we are reading. You see in the back, it's starting to get a little bit light. And this is how our heart becomes when we want to turn to Allah. At first we think it's dark, but look, it slowly gets light. It's slow, it's slow, but then in about half an hour it's going to be all daylight. Maybe less than half an hour it's going to be all daylight. That's our heart, that's how it became. But what is going to help us is the Quran. Please, if you do not know how to read, make effort to read it. Reading translation is okay, but make effort to learn the Arabic. You have got to learn it from the language that Allah created, because it's completely different. It is different. Learn the Arabic, learn the meaning. Read each ayah, make sure you understand it. The memorization is what solidifies the Quran into your heart. It solidifies the meaning, the essence of the Quran into your heart. And you don't memorize just so that you can memorize. You memorize because you want to know Allah better. You want to know who He is, what it is that He said. If there's an ayah you read, you need information, more information. There are plenty of books of tafsir you can read, you can understand. And I'm just wondering what happens if I turn this light off. Okay, this is better. Much better. You don't need to see me, you need to see the sunrise. Look at this, how beautiful it is, and the sea is behind me. MashaAllah. So you see, my dear brothers and sisters, light comes slowly in the hearts and the minds of a believer who truly seeks to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to want to follow Him. It is not something that happens overnight. We have to strive, and we have to really take our time and make effort to learn and to understand. Please make today your first day. Many of you are already way beyond the first day, but if you have not started already, start today as your first day. Make intention, read the Quran, make sure your prayers are correct and on time, and keep asking Allah to guide you. I was misguided myself. So you're not looking at a pure person. You look at a person that did many things wrong. But for years I asked Allah to guide me. Years. He brought me people. He took me to places, moved me from one country to another country. I feel like I went through a lot of hardship. The purification He put me through, it was incredible. And I can never forget that. Please make today, even if you're strong in the faith, no matter where you are in your faith, today make today your intention to be stronger, to adjust your life in such a way that Allah is pleased with you. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.